Hey guys, happy new moon in Aquarius. This new moon is today, January 29th. It came in at about 7 something this AM Eastern Standard Time. But don't worry about that because you can feel the energy of this moon. It's really potent for today and the next 2 days that follow. So if you're noticing that something out of nowhere is kind of has presented itself, or you kind of have this new perspective on life, or you're needing something new to come into your life, it's just you being in tune with this new moon in Aquarius. And what does Aquarius represent? Aquarius represents the part of us that sees ourselves in others, but it also rules that part of us that doesn't want to be like anybody else. It's like it can be a very misunderstood energy because it is a bit hypocritical, right? It represents that part of us that wants to be whole or connected to some other people or a group or organization, or to felt seen by people who we acknowledge, look up to, admire, even to a certain extent, people who we see in a struggle that we've been able to get out of, because it is that humanitarian part of us. But it's also where we realize, by being a individual, by not just conforming to what the world says you should be as a woman, or you should be as a man, or you should be as a citizen, or whatever it might be, you're able to really grow and really make your biggest dreams and wishes and desires come into your life. Because that's what Aquarius is. It's that 11th house of not just, it's beyond our career. It's beyond a legacy. It's like your biggest hopes and desires. It's like when you really start reaping the emotional, financial, social benefits of the things that you've been able to accomplish. Now, this new moon in Aquarius, in my opinion, is really amazing. Why do I say that? I really think that this is like, I would say like the prep or the beginning of like the new year, like actually really feeling something new in you starting to change after going through the hell of a purge from the beginning of the year. It allows us to use this opportunity to lean on our friendships and the people in our life, who have proven to be a friend to us, or have proven to be someone in our life that can kind of help us get to that next level with the information that they know and that they have, accumulated in life. Now, Pluto also just went into Aquarius not too long ago, which in my opinion has just like boosted up this weird energy. It's like, what world am I living in? Things feel so different because we've had Pluto in Capricorn, this more rigid, structured, organized sign, and to let it slip in Aquarius and then having a new moon in Aquarius, it's like we're just kind of like a little bit zapped. It's like you could almost feel zapped. It's a lot of Pisces energy as well. So you might notice that your dreams have been more vivid. You can feel like you've been astro projecting more recently. Under this vibe as well, you can just feel like more sleepy, more tired, more spiritual. You might feel like you want to lean more into your spirituality, which is a good idea right now. Because there can be a part of you, when I think of all this Pisces energy we have, all this Aquarius energy specific. Hold on, guys. Let me make sure my phone is on Do Not Disturb. Hold on. Okay, we back. Cool. But all this Aquarius energy, depending on what placements you have, it can be jarring. It can be too much. We love our Aquarius energy in our chart because it allows us to be eclectic and future forward and question what we're given. Aquarius is not an energy to wear right now in our lives for all of us, regardless of your sign, where you just want to be given information and take it for that. Like, no, question everything. That's how you become your own sovereign being. That's how you become an individual who can make whatever it is that you want to happen in your life. And you don't have to play a position for other people just to kind of have individuals around. By being truly yourself and saying what you really want to say right now and having that honest conversation that might be a little uncomfortable, it's really going to help take you to that next level when it comes to your relationships with other people and financial prosperity, because this new moon as well is trining Jupiter, okay? And Jupiter it's like your fairy godmother or your fairy godfather. It is a part of us that we long for, that just, whether it's an outside being, person, God, that comes in and helps us, that just wants to see us win, that gives us just that motivation, that word to just keep going. And in these very weird times that we're under right now, where we really don't know where the future is going, we really don't know how to embrace this new person we've been forced into being, or this new lifestyle that we've been forced into, with so much discomfort and instability. It is a breath of fresh air to have that Jupiter trine, because it's going to give you a more philosophical way of thinking right now. It's going to give you a bigger picture. This too shall pass. You can feed your mind with information, writing, publishing. If you've been wanting to work on anything dealing with like a book, or if there's a book that you've been really wanting to read, or anything that you've been wanting to research or get deep into, this is the time. This is also a time where you have to fact check. There is so much information just coming out at such a fast pace right now. You have to fact check. Just don't believe anything that you see just because it's on the internet, especially with AI now. You have to question so much of what, at least we always have video footage. At least that, that couldn't lie, right? And some could argue it could, depending on like the perspective that you're looking at it. But in general, if you saw a video of some sort, that was kind of like the cherry on top. That was kind of like that confirmation. Now that we still have it, but now we have AI to where people can fix things, change things, move it around, make it look different. It makes you question your reality. It can make you question what is real and what isn't. So definitely a time to fact check. Also, to Aquarius energy rules like like otherworldly things. So conversations around like UFOs can come back. You see that disappeared out of nowhere. But like beings like in the sky, like all of these weird topics that people normally don't talk about, or even at one time could have been a conspiracy, or things that you will really see highlighted at this time. And when I think of Aquarius, it's very like for the people, right? So this can be a time where we are noticing, life sucks, or some things are going on with me that isn't right, but maybe I need to look at my support system. Maybe I need to really take a deep look at the people around me. My friendship groups. Are my friendship groups a reflection of the type of person that I want to be, the type of vibrational energy that I want to give off? Are my friends, when I look around my networking circles and my friendship circles, do they really reflect the type of life I want to live? Like they say, you really have to look at your 5 closest friends. And your 5 closest friends, in most cases, will show you your tax bracket, or, and kind of where you might be stuck. And so, yeah, we got a lot going on today. Definitely, it is a time of a fresh new start. I feel confident saying that. I don't think in general, yes, new moons are a time for like sprouting a new idea, putting something new out there, joining a new club or group or whatever, starting a new job, applying for a new job. In general, that is what new moons are good for. But keep in mind that every new moon isn't quite the same. This one, I feel like there's a major breakthrough. There is a breakthrough. There's a realization. When you're down, there's no way to go but up. You know what I mean? Type of type of possibility for you right now. So, yeah, let's pull some cards. Let's see what else is coming up for us with this new moon in Aquarius. Guys, sorry for my lighting. I know it's kind of weird. But let's kind of look into this new moon in Aquarius. If you're watching this after this is streamed, be sure to share this with a friend. What is the overall energy of this new moon in Aquarius? What's going on with this? Yeah, there's an opportunity for what could have, like some of you all just recently got out of an argument or a spit spat or an internal conflict. Some of you are at an argument or a fight with yourself. You know, it's your lack of, you know, when we don't know how to properly communicate with the people in our life, and or the people in our life don't know how to properly communicate with us, that is when an argument starts. I am one of those people, I believe that you don't really have to argue. If people really did the work in relationships, if people really did the work on themselves, how many arguments should you really be having with friends and lovers? You know what I'm saying? Family, they are who they are. You know, you're born into that. But even still, you have that ability to say, you know, Aquarius is an intellect. Is this even worth my time? Is this even worth my conversation? Is this even something that I really want to do, entertain, be a part of right now? Because I think it's already happened. I don't think any of you are moving into this argument or disagreement. I think it's already been either earlier this morning or a couple of days ago, or some of you could, a select few of you could have a situation where someone is bringing back an old argument or something from the past, and it's like trying to like beat a dead horse in some way, shape, or form. Your best bet is to just, if you can't have a conversation, always remember this, guys. When people start to yell, scream, get angry, they can no longer have an intellectual conversation with you. There is no longer any room for breakthrough, change, resolution, or solution. It's not. Because when you start to yell and scream, and this is even true for like parents with our children, that's why it doesn't make sense to like yell at your kids for real, or like, and I'm not talking about speaking in a stern voice and checking shit. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about shut your, like when you just, you know, you screaming out of control. Or when you're having a screaming match with your partner, your frontal cortex, which is the part of our brain that processes logical information, shuts down. And your lower brain kicks in, which that's why you hear people say they snapped. That's why you hear people say, I don't even remember saying that, because they're not in their conscious mind. They turn into this primal state once you get into an argument. So you're not going to get any resolution or solution because nobody's listening at this point. So that's when you know, that's when you become a great communicator, which I think Aquarius are great communicators. Wherever you have Aquarius in your chart, is where you have this superpower. Like, for example, I have Aquarius in my 4th house. So I could see this energy more so in my home and family, and have a more detached, logical, conversation or, you know, way of speaking with my family. You might have it with your coworkers. You might have Aquarius in your 1st house. If you're Aquarius rising, this is how you come off. But regardless, this new moon is really here to teach us that stress, worry, and arguments, and, you know, even internal conflict with ourselves, how far has it really gotten us? Is it really helping us in any way? When I engage in these negative thoughts about myself or my shortcomings or my life or other people? No. What does make sense is for me to focus on a new plan. How can I bring about this warrior energy? Because the Knight of Swords is like military energy. So it's like, oh, I hope we ain't got nothing coming up with the military. Ooh, gotta watch that, right? But this can be that part of you that fights. That part of you that, but it's not a fight with another person. It's a fight for yourself. It's a fight for a future, a new future that you want to see yourself in. A new way of communicating with God, the universe, your higher self. A new way of thinking. A lot of you all are definitely going to be dealing with a lot of Libra, Aquarius, Gemini Now, I do want to say this. The nights are still very extreme. So say what you need to say, but just be careful who you're saying it to and make sure that they can really receive what you're getting at. Because like I said, sometimes the night of swords, like, you know what? I got the idea. I'm going to do it. It's great. Let's go. Do it. Move forward with it. It's the time. It's definitely the time. But if people can't get on board, you do not have to double check with other people to make sure that what you want to do with your life is the right decision and the right thing to do. I'm trying to move away from these little dots on my face, but it's like, it's not working. But yeah, you don't need anybody to validate or approve you. This is where we get messed up in the world. And that's what I love about Aquarius energy. It's not looking for anybody to validate it other than itself. Aquarius are self-sufficient individuals who dance to the beat of their own drum. And that is one of the most profound things that you can do in this world that is constantly conditioning us that you got to be this certain way to be a wife. You got to be this certain way to be a husband. You got to be, yes. Are there certain just practical things that come with being a mother, a wife, a brother, a co-worker, whatever? Yes. But when you find your individual way of expressing that within your relationships or within this new business some of you all are starting, or this new passion project, this new venture that you're really ready to start, because after this new moon, it feels like the new year. Yes, on a spiritual level, March Aries season is really that new year. But from a Mommy. No, I'm recording. Mommy, I need your help. Okay, ask Sissy. Ask Sissy. Thank you. Yeah, ask Sissy. It's okay. Yeah, so when you get right, the OG deck, right, Amanda? Yeah, so when you got the Ace of Wands, this is also a need to prioritize self, a need to really put yourself in the position that you need to. And I heard something earlier. When you fix the outside, it's easier to fix the inside. And I know that can sound really shallow, but it's true. When you feel better about the way you look, the way you present yourself, the time, effort, and energy you put into going to the gym, eating right, putting on a little makeup, or if you don't wear makeup, just making yourself feel better, smell good, whatever, you have a much better chance of getting things done. I mean, it's proven on different social experiments, people who are more productive, people who are more successful. And then I'm not saying that you can't do both at the same time. You can fix the inside and the outside. But when you really work on the outside first, it puts you in a position to have the confidence to then therefore have the follow through with the inside. Or at least with this message, that's what I'm getting. Some of you all are going to be trying to make some quick, risky, kind of out of nowhere sexual encounters. I don't know about that. I'm just going to say I don't know about that. I mean, I guess. Just make sure you're being smart about it. What is the blessing of this new moon? Guys, this isn't going to be a long reading. What is the blessing of this new moon? The blessing of this new moon is that I don't have to go back to the past. As much as a lot of us would love to go back to the past because it's like something there that we wish we could have changed or done differently, the blessing is the fresh start, the new beginning. The blessing is being able to try something different that other people have never done before. The blessing is to not have to follow trends. The blessing is to just go out there and be who you need to be. And stop sulking in the past. This new moon is really trying to blow us out the water with, oh my God, my pain, my trauma, my past. Although those things do need to be addressed before we can fully embrace the new life, this new moon is pulling us out of this cycle of, oh, but they're my twin flame, or oh, they're my ex-girlfriend, or oh, they're my ex-wife, or oh, they're my baby daddy, or like it's pulling you out of this old cycle of what you should have done, what I wish I could have done. The past, back in the day. This is really saying, get out of your head, get out of your feelings, and stop worrying about the past and get to work. Two of Pentacles. Yes, there is still this energy of, like I said, if you need to ground yourself, if you need to rest, if you need to sleep, do it. But this is also saying, if you're staying busy, you ain't got time to be worried about what sucks so bad in life. If you're staying productive, if you're going to the gym, if you're eating right, if you're talking to people who bring beneficial conversation into your life, if you are organizing your life, if you're throwing away things you don't need, if you are working, or if you pick up a second job, or if you take a yoga class or a Pilates class, like Fill up your time so that you can stop wasting it. Fill up your time with things that really matter after this new moon today or during, so that you can look back and say, well, at least I did those things that I really wanted to do. You kind of have to stay busy. For those of you who are unsure what to do with your relationship, you probably need to date multiple people at one time. Or if you don't know what to do with your love life, it could be to date multiple people. You're too fixated or stuck on one person that could possibly not be just fixated and stuck on you. And other times for people in happy committed relationships, that can just be staying busy. Okay, what is our love life feeling like under this new moon? What is our love life feeling like under this new moon? Let's see what we got. Yeah, I stand by what I said earlier. It's okay to not have the perfect family. Who has the perfect family? It's a book that we should all read called The Myth of Normal. Nobody's normal. Everybody's going through something. Everybody's hiding something. Everybody, even who has a happy, blissful life, can still give you a story about something that's really, really bothered them in life, or something that they're dealing with, even if it's not directly with them, something within their family or around the people that they're dealing with. So don't let you being different, abnormal, or having a lot going on in your life make you feel like you still don't have an amazing life. You do have an amazing life. It's just you have to remind yourself that, and you have to refill your love life and your life in general with things that make you happy. Some of you all are looking at other people's family, other people's life, and you're comparing it to yourself. And you shouldn't do that. Others of you thought that you had a happy ever after with somebody, and you're kind of seeing something different, and that's okay. Like I said, if you're in a loving, committed relationship, just check in on your partner. Check in on your partner, because when I see cards like this could be your partner lying, saying, oh yeah, everything's good, and everything ain't good. This could be your partner saying, oh yeah, I filed the taxes last week and they didn't do it. This can also be, looking at what relationships look like for you. What does it mean to you? Hey, Ebony, what do you need? And it's okay to change. The world tries to keep you stuck to one decision. You don't have to make one decision. You can change in life. You can start off liking one thing and change into another thing. That is totally normal. Just make sure it's for the right reasons. Just make sure it's smart reasons that make sense for you and benefit you. Some of you will have a new man entering into your life, or a strong masculine presence is going to kind of take over in your love life, woman or man. Like I said, this is just reiterating, making you a priority. Whenever I see the Emperor, this is bringing more structure into your love life. This is bringing a new partner in. This could even be some of you all dealing with some baby daddy issues that are really, really causing you some problems. Some legal issues that come after this new moon around your baby daddy, but guess what? Or your child's father or ex-husband or something like that. But all you can do is really water your own grass. Treat people the way you want to be treated. But what we forget about treating other people the way we want to be treated, we still need to treat ourselves that way as the example. Okay. Sometimes it's easier to be like, well, I wouldn't do that to another person, or, I would be there for them, but are you really there for yourself? The Queen of Cups is saying that I do think if any of you are going through something emotional or unfair in your love life, this is just confirmation that you will be feeling better after this new moon. If you focus on yourself, if you're busy looking at their page, looking at their stories from a burner account, stalking, or, worried about what they got going on, and they're your ex from 2 years ago or ex from last week. Or it's interesting how you get less stressful when you stop focusing on other people and outside circumstances and focus more on what can I do about my current life and my current situation in love. All right, let's pull a love card. Let's pull a love card. What is the love advice for this new moon in Aquarius for us all? This is for everybody, all signs. Soulmate. It says, yes, this is your soulmate. The other card we have is passion. Yeah, so this is just confirming that a lot of you all are already with a soulmate. Sometimes we do have hard times. That doesn't mean that we just need to dipset and leave a relationship, but it does mean that we need to look at the Aquarius parts of our life. How am I communicating? How am I being arrogant? How am I possibly being an asshole? And I don't want to say that because I don't want to admit that to myself, but how could I possibly be being mean to my partner? How is my partner being an a-hole to me or overly arrogant with me and causing an issue? Yes, I do think this new moon will cause some breakups, but I think that it also will cause some breakthroughs, because often when we see breakups or breakdowns, we see a breakthrough in some way. And so this is saying that a lot of you all are going to bring in a soulmate, or you already have a soulmate. You just need to stop focusing on the external things and just focus on what you all can be for one another. Okay. What else do I want to do? Let's look into the spiritual guidance. How can we make the most of this new moon in Aquarius? What is the spiritual guidance for us? We have the void. Oh, that's deep. All right, the void. And then let's see, what is the blessing of this new moon? What can we focus our energy most on to get the blessing out of this new moon? Yeah, Yod, destiny. It's okay not to have everything right now. It's okay to feel empty in some areas of your life, or to feel empty inside. A lot of you all are going to be fasting, detoxing. That's a good thing. Eating less. That's a good thing. That shows that you are spiritually aligned. Because in this void, you allow yourself the space to just be. Just be. And you have to have that moment of rest before you can really get your 2.0 version on. You know, whenever I see the void, whenever I see this energy of emptiness or space or feeling like you're lacking something, you really just have to allow that emptiness sometimes to be there, to realize that, damn, I can feel that myself. Or it's just a need to know that it's okay to just feel like that sometimes. It's okay to not be super productive. Yes, with that Two of Pentacles, do we want to kind of have more on our plate? Yes, those are for the people who are focused on the wrong thing. But for the individuals who feel like, I'm really focused on my destiny. Hey, Cam, I'm really focused on my destiny, but my destiny is a voyage. Your destiny is not just a thing that happens overnight. You go to school to become a real estate agent. Okay, you're not going to be in the top 1 selling percent of your state within the first year or 2 or 3 or 5. It's okay to build. It's okay to feel empty sometimes. It's okay to feel like you don't have everything that you need, because guess what? It's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success sometimes. And we don't realize that until we get there. And so this new moon is really coming in to gear us towards our destiny, and not let the emptiness of what is not there or lack thereof to get in the way to make us feel like we are not on the right path. Because in most cases, if you're watching this reading, you probably are on the right path. But the right path encompasses all of those things that I just talked about. Okay. Yeah. And then of course we had to get this energy of the 12th house. It's okay to escape. It's okay. Some of y'all are going to go on a trip. Some of y'all are going to get the hell out of Dodge. Some of y'all are just going to kind of fall off the face of the grid. That's cool. Some of you all are going to strengthen your relationship with God, be praying more, be meditating more, be fasting more, be listening more. That's okay. That's good. That's really good right now. Some of you all are going to have a lot of spiritual encounters. Zippy, chill out. Some of you all are going to be having some spiritual encounters, and very weird situations come up. That's all right. It just means that you're tapped in. Your third eye is super highlighted under this new moon. And for those of you who don't know what the third eye is, your third eye is the only true eye. It's the eye that sees, these eyes can be deceptive. You ever seen a fine girl or a fine guy? You're like, dang, man, I'm going after him. Or he cool or she cool. And then you get to know him and it's like, ooh, wait. Okay, the eyes have deceived me. Just because they look good don't mean they good for me. But the third eye is the one that is able to see past your earthly flesh. This is where in the Bible they talk about how you have to get past the flesh. You have to get past the flesh. You have to get past these desires to want these things that you don't need. Overly, alcohol consumption, too much sugar consumption, too much sex, too much corn, all of these things. Whenever you close your eyes and you see with your third eye, you're able to really see through a situation. I want some of you all to like go into a meditative state. And when you meditate, even if it's just a deep breath in, count of 5, count of 5 out, like 5 in, 5 out. From the research I've done, they've said that that's the most beneficial count of like releasing stress and whatnot. But when you're doing it, I want you to take these eyes and look up at your third eye, but make sure your eyes are closed. And just see yourself being able to see past situations that once clouded your vision. Letting go of stress, letting go of things that you can't control. Just really allowing relaxation and purging and cleansing to really come into your life, so that with this Aquarius new moon, you can start making the right connections. You can start running into the right people you want to run into. You can have an overall peace in the unknown. Although I don't know where the world is heading. Seems like the worst is amongst us, but there's always light. Whenever it's super dark, it's just as much light. But if I can gaslight you, if the world can gaslight you to make you feel, oh, you know, the world's just coming to craps. Everything sucks. My money, my relationship. They even took away the DEI, affirmative action. When people, the world will gaslight you to make you feel like you're losing something that you're really not. God wins at the end of the day. Universal law, goddess energy, your higher self, that promise to the future always wins. So whenever you see a moment that seems extremely dark, extremely toxic, extremely hopeless, there is always a lot of hope actually there. There's always a lot of assistance available to you. There's actually a bright light, a friend, a hug just around the corner. But if the world can distract you to pay attention to the evil powers that be, the dark serpents that suck your energy, that consume you by looking at the news, and, nobody knows anything anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, things change all the time. People lie, yes, stay informed, but don't be informed and let it overly consume you, because Aquarius is this energy. I'm trying to like get this thing out of these dots out of my face, but it ain't, whatever. It just, the world will try to, it programs you. Your mind can be programmed to whatever you're listening to. If you listen to a lot of stuff about politics and Trump, you're going to be a Trumper. That's where all your energy is going to go towards that. Stay informed, but don't let it consume you. Peep it and say, aha, if that is there, the opposite is there. If hate is out, love is out as well. If racism is being projected out into the world and hate for other people that are different for you, there's also a lot of energy here of people who are feeling the opposite. Maybe they're just not as loud. Maybe that's just not the voice being highlighted. So this Aquarius new moon is asking you, what voice are you going to highlight? The voice of revolution, the voice of a breakthrough, a voice of a better promise to the future? Or are you just going to let your nervous system get the best of you? Because that's the downside of this new moon. You let your mind get frazzled. You consume yourself, analysis paralysis, too much information to the max. You know too much and you don't know anything. So have a good new moon in Aquarius. Make sure that you follow me if you're not already. My name is Crystal Neath. And if you ever want to book a private session with me to look deeper into anything, we can do that. Just let me know. Other than that, have a great, happy new moon in Aquarius, and I'll see you later.